What's going on, everybody? It is U-Turn Crowbat here, and you are watching U-Turn Central. Now, before we get started, please make sure you go into that description, make sure you click on the links for the Pokemon groups, make sure you show PokeTown some U-Turn love. And on a side note, let me introduce Paul. He is another YouTuber. He goes by the name of the PokePaul. His link will be in my description, so make sure you do not miss that. Make sure you click on it. Make sure you show him some U-Turn love. That would be fantastic. Now, he is bringing a pretty interesting team. He is bringing a decent team. If I do say so myself. Now, I've never faced, since I have started YouTubing, putting videos up and everything, I have not faced a Mega Kangaskhan before. And some of these other pokes I haven't really faced before, like a Frostlass or a Keldeo, really. But I am bringing my Skarmory, my Starmie, my Swampert, my Venusaur, my Ninetales, and my Manchow. I'm still not really sure how to say its name, but I am bringing those pokes because they have been really awesome to me. They have been such a great team, and I just wanted to show all of you, more battles with them. So this is it. Now, he goes out into his Frostlass, and when I go out into my Skarmory, he decides to use the spikes, which is pretty funny because I end up using my Stealth Rocks. Now, he ends up hitting me with a Shadow Ball, which does not do much at all, which is pretty awesome because I end up taking the Frostlass out with a Whirlwind, because I wanted to try and get some of his other pokes damaged with my rocks. So, bad thing is, I end up bringing the Jolteon out, which he does get damaged by my Stealth Rocks, but he ends up, taking my my Evil Bane, my Skarmory out with a T-Bolt. Now that was pretty sad to see my Evil Bane go that early, but the good thing is I was able to get my rocks up, which is what I wanted to do in the first place. So I ended up going out in my Swampert because I don't know, I was kind of predicting him to use another electric move, but he ends up withdrawing, which is a great play on his part, and he goes out into Frostlass. Now, I end up getting an EQ off on the Frostlass. It's not weak to it by any means. Now, he is apparently kind of bulky. Like I said, I've never really faced a Frostlass before, so I didn't really know what it was going to do. But I get him down close enough where I can just take him out. He ends up using the Ice Beam, which is fine, but he freezes me, which is also fine because I end up using my Scald and just melt that ice. And I end up hitting the Scald on the Frostlass and taking it out. Now, that was a great play, I guess, on both of our parts because he ends up freezing me, which is what everyone wants. And I end up thawing out from my Scald, which is what, everyone who gets frozen would want. So he ends up going out into his Keldeo. Now, like I said, I haven't really faced a lot of Keldeo, so I didn't really know what to expect. But I withdraw because like I said, I didn't know what was going to happen, but I ended up going out into my Starmie because I wanted to try and, get a rapid spin off so I can clear the path of those stones there. Now, he ends up using the Calm Mind, which is perfectly fine because I end up using my rapid spin, but the thing is, he predicts that, so well, because he withdraws. And he goes out into a Sableye, which is a fantastic play on his part. So I congratulate you on doing that. Maybe that's why you have the Sableye. Maybe that is why. I'm not sure, but I'm assuming it is. So it does not work clearly. So I end up getting my left use recovery. And he ends up getting his left use recovery. Now, at this rate, I have a few options. So I switch out because I don't want to take a foul play. So I end up going out into my Swampert. Now, the item that I have to say this, the item that my Mudkips is holding is Lefties. Now, the set that I have on my Mudkips, sorry about that. The set that I have on my Mudkips is a Resto Chesto. Now, before I got into this battle, I completely put the wrong item on my Mudkips. That's awful. I hated it. When I got into the battle, once I saw that my Mudkips was getting recovered from the lefties, I was like, oh crap, why didn't I throw the Chesto on him? because that's the item that he always holds, because he does have rest, as you can see right here. But I am able to rest, I am able to get the burn cleared, and I do decide to stay in for a couple of turns because I want to try and break through the sleep, because I know that if I stay in for a couple of turns, I am assuming I would be able to break free of the sleep if I were to go back out into my Swampert. So I end up taking a foul play, which is pretty decent, but the problem is that I will be getting more damage up on me, which is not good at all, but I am taking that risk because I know that I can just break through the sleep hopefully soon, is what I was hoping, is what I was assuming. So I ended up switching out right here because I did not want to take another foul play. So I ended up going into my Lotus, my Venusaur. Now, what I should have done is I should have Mega Evolved first chance I got, but stupid me, I did not. So I ended up taking a foul play, and it does more than what I want. As you can see, it is a crit after all. So this is when I Mega Evolved. I mean, I guess I just should have done it first chance I got, you know, but I didn't. I was stupid. So he ends up getting a Willow up on my Mega Venusaur. Hell, I was gonna say Mega Sableye. How many of you want a Mega Sableye? How many of you are looking forward to the Mega Sableye? Because I know that I am. But I ended up getting the sleep off on the Sableye, and the thing is, he says he's asleep, he can't do anything to me. So I end up getting the Giga Drain up on the Sableye, and it does a ton of damage. And I am so happy about that because I am able to get the HP back. And he ends up getting, you know, the left recovery, but it doesn't really do too much because he is still asleep. Now, I am getting the burn off on me, which is just awful. I don't want that at all, but, you know, you gotta deal with what happens. So, I end up using the Giga Drain again I end up using the Giga on the Sableye again, taking it out, getting all that HP back. Now, I am happy that I was able to take the Sableye out because it is a very tricky Pokemon. So I end up losing some HP, unfortunately, from the burn, and he ends up going out into his Keldeo. And I do end up taking, using a Giga on the Keldeo and taking it out right here. He decides to use the Calm Mind, which, I mean, I guess it doesn't really help him all that much because I end up taking him out, like I said, with the Giga right here. Now, typically, I've had plenty of experiences with Calm Mind users, and they have had great chances of raising their defense and everything with that, so I'm kind of shocked that, I mean, it raises the special defense, so I guess that's why I took it out, but I get all the HP back, and the thing is, I get burned from the, you know, Willow, so that's rather unfortunate, but he ends up going out into his Mega Kangaskhan, and he ends up, you know, just trying to take me out right here, because he ends up flinching me and everything, so that's one thing that I have to kind of, you know, pay attention to, and it just sucks. I did not know he was going to bring a Mega Kangaskhan, but it was perfectly fine because I was not about to tell him no. So, he ends up getting the Fake Out, and, you know, obviously I flinch. So, I don't really want to take that anymore because I am getting burned as well. But he ends up getting a Power Up Punch on me, which does not take me out at all because I am thick fat. Now, he just hit me once again with the Baby King. And so, like I said, I don't really want to keep taking that. Because I do have, you know, the Willow that's still on me, but I wanted to try and burn the Kangaskhan, but it does not really work. And if he takes me out, while I was battling him, while this was happening, I said, if he takes me out right here, then that's fine, because my Venusaur did what it was supposed to do. It took out two of his Pokemon, which is fantastic, and I was so happy about that. So it didn't really bother me that he took my Venusaur out. Now, I go into my Manchow because, you know, I want to destroy the Kangaskhan here with a high jump kick. Now, he ends up getting a Sucker Punch on me, which it does not take me out, which I'm so thankful for because I am happy that I was able to get a high jump kick and take out the Mega King right here. Now, I am living with a small amount of HP. Now, I'm just so proud and just so lucky I was able to live. So he ends up going on to his Jolteon, and he does take my Manchow out right here, the Shadow Ball, which, on one hand, it sucks because I wanted to leave my Manchow in, but, you know, there's really not a lot my Ninetales can really stand up to because of how weak it was just there. But Jolteon ends up taking it out with a Shadow Ball while I go into my Ninetales. And I do get the drought up. Now, I ended up using a Flamethrower on the Jolteon, and it does not do much. I thought it was going to do more than what it did, but it does not. So, so the drought ends up coming out, and at this point, I'm just kind of thinking, I'm hoping I don't go down too soon, and luckily I don't. But, thing is, I ended up getting the paralysis off on me, which is really unfortunate. Now, I was thinking that the fire, you know, my Flamethrower was going to do more than it did, but it didn't under the drought, and I was kind of shocked by that. I know that Jolteon is damaged by it, but I wasn't really sure what was going to happen, so I ended up throwing my Swampert out, predicting another T-Bolt. Now, luckily for me, I did predict that well enough where he did use a T-Bolt, and he didn't use some other move and take me out, or just barely take me out. But the thing is, he is super fast, and he ends up using a Shadow Ball on me, which sucks. But I do wake up, because I did predict that I was going to wake up relatively soon, and I got that right. And I'm just super happy about that, because, you know, I did not want my Swampert going down. And so, for that prediction, I was just kind of happy, but I ended up getting my Lefty's Recovery, which I stated before should have been a Chesto Berry. Now, he ends up going on to his Lilligant, and now, I've never faced a Lilligant before, but he ends up using the hidden power. I'm not even sure which one it is, but he ends up taking me out right here, or just barely taking me out. The reason why I kind of stated that was because I ended up using the Earthquake, and so I thought it was going to do more, but he ends up taking me out right here with the hidden power. That's what I was trying to get at. Now, I'm not sure what hidden power this is, but it is effective enough that it takes me out. Now, at this point, I'm hoping I can just outspeed with my Ninetales. I know I am fast, and I was hoping, you know, I was not going to get my hacks. You know, I was not going to get hit with paralysis. Now, luckily I don't, and luckily the Petal Dance doesn't take me out, and I am able to hit it with a Flamethrower, and I am able to take out the Lilligant right there. Oh, the Flamethrower plus the drought is just super, super powerful. And so this was a great battle. I did have a lot of fun. I had a ton of fun. So the things that were kind of worrisome were the Mega Kangaskhan, the Jolteon, and the Sableye. Because I know what Sableye can do, I know what Kang can do, and I know what the hell Jolteon can do, because I have one. Now, if you liked this battle, go into my description, click on the link for the PokePaul. Make sure you show him some YouTube love, and do not forget to RCS to me, rate, comment, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day, guys. Take care. Peace. So here's going for Screwed Up, but I end up whirlwinding him out. And he ends up